Hello.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
No, I didn't. But I don't have any really on. Hello, can you hear us? Okay. Thanks, Ping. We're back in action. Wait till everybody comes back online. All right. While I tap dance, sorry for the technical difficulties. Not sure what happened, but we lost sound. But we're back. I hope everybody's doing well. I can fix it in post. That's not bad. So back to the nonsense. Welcome to Side Dish. It's me, Doug. Amy's here. Denise is here. We are making ice cream because it's so bloody hot, and we're also making. We're gonna make this strawberry cocktail with vodka and strawberry simple syrup that I made because I'm making strawberry ice cream at the moment. And then we're gonna make cherry vanilla ice cream. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And the process is gonna be exactly the same for the cherry vanilla ice cream as it is for the strawberry. The only difference is we're just using a different fruit. But we're gonna still poach these the exact same way we would poach the other ones. And we're going to, the base of the ice cream is the same. So the recipe is based on Alton Brown's recipe. I find it to be the best ice cream base. It's just really good. It's just really consistent. So let's get started on the actual beats because we want to make sure that we're ahead of the game. I don't know what's happening. I'm missing a page. Nope, I'm not missing a page. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm a little fresh. Here we go. Hi. So I'm going to start this, and basically we got to make a simple syrup, but this is a heavy simple syrup. So what I'm doing is we need 2 1/4 cups of sugar, just white sugar. Get close. Yep, putting it right in there. You're thinking, that's a lot of sugar. You're right, it is. This is a 1/2 cup. I'm just going to eyeball half of it. There it is. And then I need 1.5 cups of water. So the 1.5 cups of water just helps. I'm going to dissolve the sugar in it as just to help before I put the cherries in there. And then what you're going to see this magic. Now we've made this cherry vanilla ice cream before. When my dad was here, and it was pretty damn good. Like I think it's the high quality of the fresh cherries and that kind of stuff. Oh, I need to push it. There it is. Make sure you stir the sugar so that it's. Can everybody hear us?
Yes.
Are we okay? Okay, good. I just want to make sure that I'm not being drowned out by the loud ice cream machine. Ice cream machines, by their very nature, because this is an old school one, is it's like loud. So I'm dissolving this like I normally would, and as soon as I can see, as soon as the water clears up with all the sugar, then I'm going to add in the cherries. And then so there's already a bunch of juice at the bottom because these were frozen, but they're fresh. We picked them and then we're frozen. So they're fresh frozen. It's Gordon Ramsay's favorite thing. When he goes on like that Kitchen Nightmare show, he goes in and he's like, they're like, you said this was fresh. They're like, yeah, fresh frozen. And he's like, that's not a thing. So, but you can flash freeze something, which arguably is as good as, it's the next best thing to fresh because it happens so, the flash freezing is so quick that it doesn't, the ice crystals don't form as fast. So
they don't puncture the cell walls and ruin whatever it is.
So you can get like fish is a big one where they do flash frozen. Like in Alaska, where I'm from, the salmon industry, like there's packing facilities and they process it and they flash freeze everything, and then it goes in. They send it off. So see, essentially the same thing. Now I didn't do it with these. I put them in the freezer and they punctured, and now that's why that juice is released. But we don't care because we're poaching these anyways. We want everything to get soft as it is. So as soon as this, I've got the temperature as it is, but we're going to get it to sort of clear up here. I don't know, you can't really see it, but It's more of a,
We can see.
yeah, it's more cloudy there. But there's a lot of sugar suspended in water. So it may not get as clear. Just make sure as you're stirring this that like there's no gritty parts on the bottom, right? That's what you're looking for. And then I'm super excited. Cool. So you can do this same procedure. We did this very similarly when we made the cherry pies, hand pies. But the difference is that we don't care about, we're not thickening this. Really all we're doing is we're getting this to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for 5 minutes. And while it's simmering, it's going to just like leach everything out. And the water is going to turn like basically dark, like cherry brown, like, you know.
Okay, so why, Doug, do we not just put that fruit right into the ice cream?
Do you want to break it too? Because we made 1 billion years ago, we made strawberry ice cream. We had some fresh strawberries from somebody, I don't remember. And so we were like, oh yeah, let's make strawberry ice cream. Again, it's super hot like today, or how it has been. And we decided, let's make it. Well, we just put the strawberries in there. Well, it didn't soften anything. So basically, I mean, I made strawberry marbles and put them in there. And every time you bit into one, it was like, ah! So as this goes, we're gonna start the ice cream. I'm gonna start that back here while this is doing, and we'll switch off. So what we need is, a lot of people, including myself, when I first started making ice cream, I was like, it's got to be more heavy cream than it is half and half. But it's actually a 3-to-1 mix. So you have 3 cups of ice cream. Gus just got stared by a toy. 3 cups of half and half and 1 cup of heavy cream. So I've got a 4-cup dealio here. What's the dealio? Look at that. Now we can have cream. Rule of thumb, shake your, because this.
Don't we have an open one?
Nope, it's not enough. And I already opened this one for the last time. It's fine. We got there was a fat, like kind of cream plug in this. And so I had to push it down, shake it out, break it down, but it really didn't break down as much as I would have liked to see it. So a lot of that went into the batch of it. So, take that.
I don't want you to use the term fat cream plug again, please.
I'm just being accurate. All right, so this is, you can see in here, we got a little bubblage.
Bubblage.
So you want us to do
Here,
this
let me
first.
zip in. There we go.
You want to do this first because you want to let this sit. And it's gonna cool down. And then when it's cooled down enough, then we're gonna take cheesecloth and we're gonna be fancy and we're gonna strain it. And then
Whoop.
oh.
Okay, do your
Cheesecloth.
fancy cheesecloth move again.
You can see there's some strawberry goo on here. I recommend, I don't remember where I got these off of Amazon, but they're hemmed cheesecloth.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference because, you know, a lot of times cheesecloth comes in a roll and it's real cheap. But I guess, you know, you're supposed to use it for something. I like these. You can wash them. They're actually really nice. So, okay. So now I gotta maintain things here. There we go. And let's put the timer on.
Hey, how's that thinger sounding?
It's not quite there yet.
Okay.
It's getting there.
I do hear a difference in sound though.
Yeah, it's getting quieter, that is for sure. And that is probably going to indicate to us that it is going to be sounding here shortly. So, now take your, there we go. And what we're going to do with this is, once this comes off after about 5 minutes, we're going to slowly bring this up to a simmer on medium-high or medium-high heat. The reason why is you do not want to scald this.
So that's just the milk.
This is this is just the cream and the cream and milk. How about this? It's the dairy portion. So, yeah, looks pretty good. This I will want to rinse out because we're going to bring our cherry in there. Cherries.
So this cherry thing that you're doing, that's the same thing you did with the strawberries earlier.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to watch this. I'm going to use this to stir it. This is actually still a little higher than I would like. But perfect. Now it's going to be just up. So everyone's solving, just give it a good stir. Feel for the bottom. Really, we're looking for a visual here. The visual is making sure that it's bubbling on the side. As soon as it gets there, then that's when the next step of the fun starts. Because we need to cream some eggs and sugar. So what that means is we actually have to separate 9 egg yolks. So that's a lot of egg yolks. I think that's 9, right? Is that what it says on the screen there?
Oh, I forgot to put it up.
Okay.
It says 8 large egg yolks.
That's what I meant. 8.
It's up now.
All right. I'm gonna separate them. Look at this. Look at this fun egg at Costco.
That is fun.
Okay. Well.
Okay, let
see.
me zoom over here so we can see what you're doing.
I started watching. Oh, we've been rewatching Elementary.
Maybe you
And-
should move that closer to you.
Well, I've got this top thing. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Fine. Oh man, that is a terrible job I'm doing there. This is, I'm sure. Oh, there we go. What else? Oh, we've been rewatching Elementary. What else did we were watching recently?
I don't know. I always watch Archer.
Yeah, we just keep watching. It's summertime. There's not really no TV. So, oh, we got an inflatable hot tub.
That's pretty awesome.
It is extremely awesome. It was like what, $600 or something like that for a 4-person. Holy Moses! It's really nice. It is another way to beat the heat because you set it to like I don't know,
Body temperature.
body temperature basically, and then at night you get in it. And it's really nice. You can float there. It's like you're like floating in nothing. It's awesome.
So we have some comments here, Doug.
Yep.
First of all, Deefy is talking about like the hand crank ice cream makers of old.
Oh God, I can't even imagine.
Do you remember when we made ice cream with John and Adriana with the ball?
Yes, I do.
That was fun.
Yeah. So I mean, you could get like technical because again, what are we doing?
This is really a custard based ice cream,
Yeah.
right?
We're basically making a custom base ice cream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Also, there is also comments about you putting the bowl so far away from where you are working.
Have you guys watched this show before?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, I mean, look,
Oh, John said the ice cream ball it was in use yesterday
well, excellent.
at the cabin.
Excellent. You know, again,
Yeah, let's see what we got the Jeep up and running. We've been driving that around. We went to food truck night. That was fun with some friends.
yeah, we're actually like, you know, doing things with
Go
people.
do something outside.
Oh,
I was hanging on.
man. That's true.
Yeah, Bookie, you're traveling over other food with raw egg.
Whatever. It's not getting in there. I'm watching it. And plus, that's oily. It'll be fine.
That'll be cool.
The whole thing, you're going to eat ice cream with that. See? Oh, 5 minutes. Fantastico. Okay. So I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to stir it. But the thing, oh my goodness. It smells really good. So the liquid is taking on a bunch of color. But the other thing too is while this is still hot, basically we're steeping the cherries back in this while they cool down. So we're gonna put that behind us over here, and we're gonna move this guy over to here. What?
So tonight on side dish, egg drop cherry soup.
You know what? It's gonna be delicious, all of it. I can tell you that right now.
Oh,
Except for this darn cat hair that's made its way into the cream. I think I got it.
that's just our life.
It's just our life. You can't eat at a table that has a tablecloth on it around here. If you put a napkin down, you're gonna get a handful a mouthful of hair, not a hairful of mouth. That'd be weird.
Well, you know what I should do is not put the tablecloths on until we're going to eat.
I
But
mean,
I
we
like
would-
them for decor.
We
so.
probably learned that. We probably would learn that at enough time, but whatever. You know,
Don't tell me how to live my life.
that's right. So so now this is it. We've got 8 eggs in here, 8 yolks, and now we
I feel
need.
like I'm hearing another sound. Am I not?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It's just slowing down as it gets.
And then, of course, since we're doing an Alton Brown recipe, he wants to weigh everything. Good Lord.
You
I-
like that.
I do like that, but it's like,
It's more precise.
it is. So just make sure when you start your scale, you
Zero it up.
zero it first, and then. So let's see. How much do you think? How much is 9 ounces?
Excuse me.
It's a little bit more than half a cup, or a cup, right? Is 8 ounces a cup?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it's a little bit more than a cup.
How many ounces are we looking for?
9. That's where I got mixed up between the 8 and 9. Oh man, this is fascinating video too. We had oh man, we're 1/8 off. And we still want to go.
Perhaps it's not as.
No, you know what's funny? So I was reading a baking form, and on the baking form, they said that the best scales for home baking are scales that you can get like down to like the 10th of a gram, right?
Like drug dealers like?
drug dealer scales. And they literally linked to it and they said, look at this drug dealer scale. It's exactly what you need. You can get them this big with it like that. Okay, so I got something. Anyways, sugar, we are slowly whisking into this. Gus is having a good time in the water bowl over here.
Don't do that.
Or when your uncultured friends ask you why you have a weed scale in your kitchen.
Yeah, whatever. You know.
I've got one in my dining room. For mail.
For mailing.
That's right. So you can see, if
proper
I was to dump
postage.
this all at once, we would get to this consistency, but it would clump first, and then
It'd take more work.
And then as the sugar melted into the liquid, you'd get there. So just do it a little bit at a time. Eventually, once you get it all in there, we are going to, mix it a little bit more. That's what I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted. Oh man, that ice cream's getting real close. How many of you guys have ever made homemade ice cream like with a machine and what is going on?
So I do, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but your little nerd bird is just poking out above your apron, and he
Yeah.
looks like he's supervising your work.
That's true. He's got. So I have on this shirt that is basically a pigeon with a pocket protector and glasses, and it says nerd, NIRD. And this is the most people remember
The
me
most commented on
when
shirt.
I go places. The people at the Costco near our house, the one gal who was at the door, she was like, "I love that shirt. Every time I see you, and I make note that you're in the store." And I was like, "That's a weird way to put that, but thank you." She's like, "It makes me chuckle every single time." All right, we're doing 2 things here. We're creaming the eggs. You also do this with butter, and we're whipping a little teeny bit of air, which is not going to really matter. So you can see that I don't know if you can see the skin here that's forming. That means we're starting to get to temperature. Again, slowly bring this up, and then once we get there, I'm probably going to move this along. And actually, we don't really need to that fast because we're gonna have ice cream. I want that to do its thing, but
So that's just sugar and egg yolk.
just sugar and egg yolks, and then you get this beautiful.
Yeah, that is pretty. It's
Yeah.
such a pretty color.
Yeah. If you get really farm fresh eggs where the yolks are really orange, it's even more pretty than that. So prettier. Yes. Okay. Let's start with boil. Let's try and make a cocktail. Don't let that go.
Cocktail.
Okay. Cocktail shaker, check. Muddler. This is sort of a muddler. It's
We don't actually have a wood muddler, but
No.
that's gonna work.
it is.
I mean, it's for sifting, right?
Yes, you put flour, and we have this
Cone
cone
thing.
shaped sifter, and you can put it in there and you move it around, and
But that's gonna totally work.
Does this have bubbly water in it?
No. Oh, Prosecco, I think. Oh, let's get that open. That way we don't have to worry about the anticipation. Reading that. Where we're at here to be. So, hold on a sec. Let's open this. We'll let this.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening?
Peaches from grandparents turned into homemade ice cream with crumbled waffle cone over it.
What? I do enjoy peach ice cream. I think it's like underrated. My favorite ice cream, obviously,
Peppermint.
peppermint ice cream. Okay, here you go. You can make another little stool out of that.
Thank you.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Mazel tov! Woo!
Oh, you're dribbling. It's okay. Excellent. Excellent.
You know what that is. But we need to do this because then this has to cool. Then we'll make a drink, and that should be getting close. So, obviously, we've done this a little bit, but you can't just dump hot into eggs or any egg-based thing because what are you going to have? Scrambled eggs. Hey, John, have you done any unnecessary conversions yet today?
Yep.
Good. We have to make a graphic or something. It's just John's face. It says unnecessary conversions. So that's why I have this little ladle. Have a little ladle. I made some ice cream, yay. Hey, if you're Jewish out there, I apologize for insulting you with that terrible ladle joke. So we're just gonna add, a teeny tiny bit, and then this is where it's gonna get sort of messy. We're going to use one hand for this. But
Did you say what this is called?
it's called tempering. You do it with chocolate, you do it with eggs, you do it with.
So you're bringing the temperature of everything up slowly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this where I get about a third to half of this in here. And by that time, the temperature of the whole thing is going to come together and be able to take the rest of this.
One ladle is approximately half a cup.
Yeah. So I think that depends on the ladle size, John. Is that who said that? Because that sounds like a thing John would say.
There's also some talk about the brownies from last week with the ice cream from this week.
We talked about that.
But we took those brownies to a party.
After side dish, we went.
They did not very many of them made at home.
No, like they were still the second batch that we made. So the batch we made on air, we cooked and took it. So they were still fairly warm. They were set, but they were still fairly warm. And there were people in there. Well, there are 2 women, and they own a restaurant or a couple of restaurants.
Were they both there?
2 chicks. The 2 chicks were there, the redhead and the blonde.
Oh, I guess I didn't notice that.
And the blonde, I believe that's who that was.
Yeah.
She was eating them, and she's like, "What are these?" And I'm like, "They're homemade brownies with Reese's peanut butter cups in the middle." And she goes, "Did you make these?" And I was like, "I did." And she was like blown away. She was like, "These are so good." I think she ate like 3 of them.
That's awesome.
And
Well, that woman knows what good tastes like.
yeah, it is. She does. They have this store called it's a grilled cheese place called Gore Melt. It's
Do
really.
they still? Gormelt was there.
They moved into Sparks. It's down the road. It's on Los Altos. It's in the shopping center.
So they also have two chicks.
Yes, which is down south, and the southern, way southern Bangkok cuisine.
And there's one in Midtown. So then you have 3 restaurants.
The one by the
Gormelt was the
university.
food truck, right? And then
Yes.
it became the.
And then Two Chicks is like a breakfast place, right? It's very good. If you're ever in Reno, you should go. Speaking of people coming to Reno, my niece Alexa sends me a text what was it, last week sometime, and she says, "Hey, would you like to have a kid for the summer, aka me?" So she will be here on Monday, and she'll be with us next episode, and we'll solicit a child who's I think 50.
She's hardly a child.
Well, she's really, her brain hasn't stopped developing. So, okay, we've done enough here. This is tempered to where we want it to be. It's not going to turn into scrambled eggs. Now, you're going to say, why don't you just put this into here?
Because
Because
that's hot.
this is hotter, and I want to go all the way in here. Because we are going to put this back in on here, because we have to get this to 173 degrees, or 170 to 175. But I want to get it all in there so we mix this up so it gets really nice and incorporated. Oh, you hear that? Starting to get a little bit
Starting to
of
struggle a little more.
struggle over there. So, it's funny. Speaking of my niece, I just got this text from her. Am I famous now? I just got a special shout out. So you're doubly famous now, Alexis. So you'll be, if she decides to stay behind the camera next week. If not, I mean, she's not a shy child as far as I remember her last time I saw her. But she's also like 2 years older from them. And who knows, teenagers are so weird. All right, so we are going to put this back in here and try not to make too much of a mess. Look at, none of this goes to us. That's just too good. It smells, so this alone, you can take this, get it up to 172 degrees, 773 degrees, and once it gets up there, you turn it off, you put it back, you put it in the bowl, and you let it cool down a little.
I'm sorry. How hot are we getting it?
172 degrees.
Okay.
What's happening?
I thought you said 700. But I could have been wrong.
I don't even think this thing could get.
No, I don't think it could either. That's why I was like, what are you talking about?
Well, yeah. So, Thermopen or any kind of, make sure you've got that. Turn this on. Now this time we gotta be more diligent with our stirring, because if we do go too high too fast, it will again scald the eggs. No matter what, they could turn. It's 72 degrees in the house, which means the air conditioner is working, which is really great. I was golfing today. Scored my best score ever today, an 87.
Maybe you should always be miserable when you're golfing.
I got second place in
Ooh,
the tournament.
I heard that.
It will stop completely.
Yeah, but the sound changed
Yeah,
again.
Yeah. So we're getting there. Okay, where are we at? We are at
Oh, I'll zoom in.
140, no, 150, 145. It's all over the place. But it's about 145. So we're just letting it come up to 10. It is going to be foamy. It is going to go back into that bowl. It is going to rest. And then we will let it rest a little bit, and we're going to add this. And then we'll talk about the rest. So when we get these all where they need to be, then we'll finish making our cocktail.
Promise?
I mean, yeah. I always thought this took so long to do. Like, I always made it like the night before, and I was like, you don't really have to do it. You can do it, let it sit on your counter until it gets roughly a little bit above room temperature, but since it's 72 degrees in here, that's not going to take too long to come out. Also, if you have a marble countertop or granite countertop like we do, so we're up to 153. I should get it. I wish there was I'm sure there is, a stand that I can just tuck this in and like it clips it. So,
How come you don't use the laser one anymore?
because this is more accurate for insertion.
You could use a candy thermometer, but they're kind of hard to read.
You can use a candy thermometer. That's probably more accurate. If I'm looking for ambient temperature, like when we were doing the pizza oven, that's good because it also will go up to like a 1,200 degrees or something like that. So, I don't know. It is what we do though. Oh my goodness, we're getting so close. It's gonna be so good. And it's probably gonna be just in time. I'll finish one of the cocktails and the ice cream will be ready.
Perfect.
Looking forward to it. So in this ice cream, it was the same thing. 2 cups of fruit that was then poached, and then I took some of the liquid, the poaching simple syrup, and I used that to give it a little bit more strawberry oomph. So yeah, 165, 167, 168, 169. And the anticipation. So it's heavy. Okay. So again, there's a significance to getting it there, but I can never remember what it is. I just know the recipe says to get it there. So
now what happens? You dump it back in there
it goes back in
so
here,
it can cool.
and then this will sit on your counter for an hour or so or whatever. And then once it's cooled, but still a little bit warm, for this recipe, because of we're doing cherry vanilla, we want to do the vanilla. So that's what you could have added the vanilla to the strawberry too, but it would just give it another layer of flavor. But when I make like the peppermint ice cream, I don't really put anything but peppermint extract, peppermint candies in it, and maybe a teeny tiny bit of food coloring to give it that, store about pink color. We had it when it was white. I don't think people liked it as much.
You eat with your eyes first.
That's right. So
the infrared thermometers are calibrated based on the refractive index of the surface you're measuring.
nerd alert.
So on reflective stuff like liquids, you won't get a very accurate reading. Thank you.
Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I would never call it unless you want me to. So we don't need this anymore. Going off camera. It's a professional thing.
Because I don't track you.
Very nice. Okay, let's try this drink again. Okay. Hey, strawberries in a cocktail shaker. Can you get the strawberries out of that refrigerator, Denise? We forgot about that part. Because you're muddling it.
And remove the green tops.
Yes. I don't know where we got these. Where did we get these?
Can you tell him that wasn't me with the refraction facts, says John.
4 strawberries. Greens removed. I was just giving them anybody who's out there. It just seems like a thing you would say, John. So you might want to make friends with the person who did say it so that, kind of kindred spirits. Taking the greens off, save for your worms, or your compost pile,
Or your tortoise.
or your tortoise. The tortoises love strawberry tops.
So I hear.
So we hear. We don't have a tortoise, but John and Adriana do. Shout out to Shelby. Okay.
Is he going to chop those wee strawberries with that giant knife? Yep.
Give us in there. What do I need? In a cocktail shaker and muddle. Muddle in strawberries for your entertainment. This thing is like sort of working. I think the roundness of the muddler bottle helps it instead of being. But you know what? We're doing it.
Flip it around and use it the other way.
Well, no, it's already wet.
Who cares?
I don't even know if it'll fit.
Amy is a genius.
Maybe we planned that. Maybe that was for comedic effect, and then Amy comes in. Maybe we're geniuses, more genius than we let on. This whole show is way way super produced, and we just make it look like.
Keep
There's
going.
a-
Keep going.
Okay.
Man.
Add the basil. Yep, basil, something you would never think of. Now these are like little micro basil greens here that are just fresh leaves. So you have bigger
Look
ones.
how cute they are.
6 or so basil leaves. We're going to use just a bunch here because that's about right.
Some folks are worried that you're using the handle, but it's working better. Whatever, use what you have.
That's right. Okay. So it says lemon juice. Did we decide not to use lemon
We
juice?
don't have lemon juice.
Oh, we do have.
Oh,
fake
well, we
lemon
can
juice.
use
So
a
let's-
squirt of lemon
Let's
juice.
use it. Let's just have a little bit. All right. And then what you couldn't hear was me probably going. This is Marionberry vodka. Where did we get this? In Oregon?
I think Kim brought it.
Thank you. But this recipe calls for elderflower liqueur, 1/2 ounce. So the small guy. But it also calls for 2 ounces of vodka. So we're doing 2.5 because we're substituting. Does that seem correct?
No, I think you should just do the vodka measurement.
Cool.
And then do the strawberry simple syrup,
Ooh, man, that smells good.
the elderberry, and the simple syrup measurement.
All together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 3/4 of an ounce and 1/2 of an ounce, which is 1 1/4 of an ounce. So we'll just do all of that. And some of that. You guys know. And then lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed. Or if you don't have lemons today, you can use this. Will it be
Just
as
put a
good-
little squirt in there.
Will it be? It's
Just
a
gonna
1/2
brighten
ounce.
that up.
Okay, and we need some ice, which I have right here in this handy dandy ice machine. I don't know. This could be terrible or it could be delicious. We've never made it, so but you know that. So
So that's how we roll. Did you put the strawberry go in there?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, then we cover it with the prosecco at the end.
Yeah.
Because then if you shook up prosecco, which is already carbonated,
You'd have a problem.
You'd have a face full. Cover and shake for at least 30 seconds.
This is exciting. You could at least dance around, man.
No, that's the point. I was doing it. Okay. Strain into a cocktail glass, which we're calling wine glasses.
Is that mine? Good
Yeah.
job.
Yep. The old looking pour leaves. Just go ahead and get every outfit out of there. Oh,
Whoa!
that's, you almost
You
got.
did it.
You know what? That's not how that works, but how it's working right now, folks. Good. I think that's sufficiently strained. And now top with Prosecco. How much Prosecco it says?
Doesn't
1.5
say.
ounces, but you know.
Good.
That's about right.
It's pretty. It is lovely.
All right, here you go.
Ooh.
I'll make another one after a little. Okay, I'm gonna go. How does it taste?
I don't know. It's kind of foamy. I don't want to get foam in my nose.
Don't be a weenie.
Oh, you guys. Okay, I do want to show you this. That steepage that I was talking about. The
Get your own.
the cherries here have continued to break down, continued to release the sugars, the natural sugars. Also continued to sort of just this as it cools, it's thickening. So what we can do? Yes, I would like to be in on the joke too.
Machado says, you must strain it. Mrs. Bookie should not chew her boozy drink. She's a lady. And then it says, and behind the scenes, she's sitting there with a mixed drink foam mustache.
We're very classy around these parts.
This is good.
How's the basil add? What's the basil add to it? A little spiciness, you think?
Scent.
Scent only?
I can barely taste the basil, but it certainly does smell basily.
This is the brownie one.
Throw that away.
No, it needs to be washed.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Denise. I just threw it right in Denise's face. I'm much stronger than I anticipated. All right, so
yeah, that's good.
I'll have one later. We're gonna all have one.
It's a lot of steps, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing right now?
I'm gonna strain these cherries.
Okay.
Do you hear it? The sound gets lower and lower the harder that it's working. So we got to be getting close. I mean, we're going on an hour now of it going. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, let's move this and let's move some things so you can see. I mean, because this is a visual show, even though it's not an audio show, obviously, because I can't get the sound right of it. So we have these fancy, I don't know where we got them for, or what we got them for. They're chip clips, basically. But I use them for helping me strain and keeping this in place.
Oh,
It's getting ready. Don't worry, folks. Oh, you hear it? All right, so this is going to go.
oh yeah, look at that.
So I will tell you one thing that we can tell already from the last time we did this, is that the liquid is so much darker. And that's because of the way the cherries, they were frozen. The fresh ones were much redder, and so you got a much redder, like kind of red flavoring. So this is really full, and so we're just gonna lift this out of here, and hopefully that stops while we're doing this, and then we can move on. Oh yeah. Do not. This is like liquid gold.
Yeah,
We can take this, put it back into here by itself, and reduce it, and you can use it as a topper. Like, so you could have like strawberry syrup topper or whatever, and it's fresh. So
it's good in drinks.
oh, it's really good. John and Adriana discovered, we gave them some, and they discovered that if you add it to seltzer water, bubbly water,
Oh yeah.
then it's really good with that, and it's a really good flavor. So,
That was a little unceremonious.
well, I mean, we gotta get more organized than I did, because I just have shit everywhere. so this is great. So
This is great.
yeah, we love this. We love it. We're having a great time. I hope you guys continue to have a great time. We love doing this show. I was telling some people today, somebody asked, what are we making tonight? And I was like, ice cream. And then when my friend Randy and I went and we were golfing, and then when I took him back to his house, I drove him, and he was like, okay, well, I'll see you at 7. And I was like, oh, that's right. You'll be watching. So, that was the whole pandemic for us. We were seeing people, and they were like, oh, we'll see you tonight. And we're like, well, we want to see you. So, we don't want these this size. Oh man, they got a little sugary coating on them.
Are they hot?
No, they're warm, but they're not hot. We want to run our blade through here and kind of get them broken into smaller pieces so that, again, while these will be soft when you put them in the ice cream, when you put these in the ice cream and move to blend together. And we just kind of want to break these up a little bit. And chunkage here is important because then you get better distribution too.
Oh,
I can't tell what's happening.
got really loud and then it like kicked down.
But I'm gonna go check it. I've got it hidden under a box because that helps muddle the sound a little bit. We may have to bring it over here and take a look at it. What's it doing there, Denise? What do you think it's looking like?
Whoa.
Everybody. All right. Are you tracking? Denise doesn't want
Oh,
to do the shot.
shoot. Well, here's the light, everybody.
For now, I'm going to look at it. And then we're going to see what it looks like. Well, I am. You're not going to. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we're pretty much there. We probably could have had a little bit of red food coloring in here, which I am probably going to put so you get that pink color. Because it didn't give us not much from that.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Pink food coloring. I think it's in there. But
Why do we need food color? No, we don't need food color.
yeah.
What is it, red number 7?
Red dye number 7.
Okay. I don't know why it didn't stop, but this is pretty much where we went. So this is the metal canister. I put this in the for this ice cream maker. It has a paddle inside of it. The lid goes on top.
Sorry.
I put this. I wish I was in on the joke sometimes.
We don't want to know how the sausage is made.
You just want to see it. So yeah. So basically, this is just I put this metal container in the freezer and get it super cold, and then put it in. You're going to add ice, and then you're going to put rock salt or ice cream salt. So I'll show you 2 different things here. This is branded as rock salt, Morton's. This is Morton's ice cream salt. What's the difference? Absolutely nothing. I bought these at the same store. They were next to each other.
This is just how they
The
branded or
I guess, I don't
marketing? Okay.
Is there
Okay.
a price difference?
No, there was not, Denise. That's good. Good to ask.
Oh man, stop it.
Well, okay, so you could eat this, and we're gonna have a little bit because we're gonna try it. But what you're gonna really want to do is, so I bought these food containers because they're super handy for leftovers and stuff like that, especially to send home with people. But this is, I think this is a pint, 32 ounces. Is that a pint?
So come on.
No,
Come
pints
on,
are pound all
internet.
around, so this is 2 pints. See what I got there? 16 ounces of a pound. So, ta-da!
Oh, look at that.
So, you got to do some work here to get
Get it off the paddle.
Get it off the paddle. But there is ice cream. There is strawberries in here. They are soft. They're not hard, rock hard. You will not chip the tooth. That's what we were saying, Denise, why didn't she bring her bathing suit so we could get for the hot tub? And she says, well, I got to do it when Gus not here because then that way he doesn't try to get in. So this has sufficiently enough air big into it, which is basically what the paddle is doing while the ice cream is cooling at the same time. So you're getting you get ice cream. I don't know what else to say. It's good. It's good. It's going to be good no matter what. Shout out to Jordan out there. If you're watching this or when you watch this, thanks for eating the rest of the last cherry vanilla ice cream while we were on vacation. I hope it was really enjoyable, and I didn't want it when I got home at all. Let's see how easy it is for me to make it. So this is going to make like a quart and a half, I think. I think that's right. In total. Now, if you can give this to a loved one that you really love and they can lick it like a brownie batter or a brownie beater. Do you want to be that person? Who wants to
No,
be
I
that
have a
person?
cocktail.
He doesn't love you.
Here you
He
go,
loves me.
Denise. So now again, we want to, this has got to set.
That's gross.
So see how this is what we're looking for. This consistency right now. And then as it sets, you're going to have what you want. So again, I'm just kind of,
I made a mistake.
what did you do?
I should have let you put the pink in there to make it pink for strawberry. It's okay. We could, but you do eat with your eyes first, and it's kind of weird that it's white.
Yeah.
I'll just eat it all.
Make sure that you beat it or you
Tap it.
tap it down, not beat it down. That's what they do to me at work. Just kidding. So again, I'm just a little careful with this. Let's get started. I mean, we worked so hard on it. I think we deserve it. I know it's gonna be good. You wanna know why? Because I made ice cream like a million times. And it's good every single time. It really is. Oh yeah. It is. Adding the simple syrup to it definitely sweetens it up. But smooth and creamy. Got a lot of good air in it. We'll try and follow up with the cherry vanilla ice cream. Maybe I'll make another follow-up video. And then you can see it. It's really good though. You want to taste, Amy?
Yes.
You are in for a treat. Because this is way better than the one we made before.
It's really good.
Because it doesn't have frozen things.
Yeah, because you're not breaking your teeth when you eat it.
We made a boysenberry one once. Couldn't even eat the fruit.
Yeah. So we want that. And next on our ice cream list is we're going to make peanut butter ice cream and I don't know whatever ice cream we want. Oh, I made for my friend Teresa's birthday once. I made her a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake. So I'm going to continue to package this up, but we did it. Another successful. We made ice cream. That's what I intended to do.
How much is left in
A
there?
whole lot. We'll probably get another one of those that's filled up in
Nice.
there, yeah. And maybe a half of one because I think, what is it? 4 pints a quart? Is that correct? John, that's unnecessary conversion, please.
A necessary conversion.
How many pints are in a quart? I think it's 4. And then 4 quarts in a gallon. Oh man. First one wins. Gets that ice cream when they come over next time.
2 pints.
2 pints in a quart?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you just slap some on your spoon.
You are going to lose some of the airiness as you put it in there. But we don't want ice cream that's like super air. We want it to have some density because it's good that way. The thing with this is, man, Gus really is a water dog, is allowed. He really wants to get in there. Whatever water is, he puts his paw in and tries to push it down. He's crazy. So what did we learn today? We learned a lot. I learned that you guys have a lot of inside jokes while I'm doing work over here, and nobody ever tells me. I gotta read the comments later and be like, what? And second of all, we learned that making ice cream at home with a little bit of extra equipment and some time isn't that hard. I like it. I think when you make ice cream at home, especially if you use this recipe as the base, and then you can do what we did here. You can pick a fruit that you like. You can have the same ratio of sugar, water, and fruit, and then poach it. So if you want to make peaches, make peach ice cream just the same way. I think I want to make pear ice cream out of the pears on the tree come this fall when they're ready. And then, And now, another delicious pink ice cream. So, we love you very much. Thanks for coming by. Be kind, be loyal, and do something nice for somebody next week. Love you very much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.